That's what makes the protests around the world for the Palestinians, for Hamas, so astounding. We see right and wrong in this, and so many other people see you guys as the bad guys. And it's not happening on this table, but it's happening in far too many places around the world.
Listen, we are a nation, we're a people that seeks for peace. We are teaching and educating our kids from a young age to aspire for peace, to dream of peace. We don't have a problem with Palestinians. We will never bomb a hospital. This is not who we are, okay? And I have to say, for all the viewers, this is what Israel does. We try to fight for justice. We try to be here in a safe place. We try to stay in peace. But eventually there is a force that is irrational that try to destroy every good piece of land of sense there is. Again, now it's here in Israel. Tomorrow it's in America or in a different place. Let's make no mistakes and let's not be too naive about it.
Yes. Nimrod, what did you see when you got there on that day on October 7th? And what do you think is going on right now? With yesterday, there was 320 airstrikes. What do you think the objective is?
Listen, I rushed from my home as a civilian, understanding that civilians, innocent civilians, babies, kids, mothers, elderly are being actually slaughtered. What I just heard, everything is accurate. I've seen with my own eyes dozens of bodies lay down in the roads, in the highways. Hamas, ISIS terrorists took the time to kill innocent civilians, to dismember their bodies, raping in the roads. I'm not talking even inside the communities yet. And whatever just got mentioned here, I've seen with my own eyes few of these safety bomb shelters in the roads where innocent civilians got in to find shelter. When Hamas came, they did a selection. They took women out and said, this one is for rape. This one will stay in the safe shelter. And after that, threw grenades inside, killing everyone. That's what I've seen with my own eyes.
And we're looking at some of your video screen right now that you took that day. We heard from your president, President Herzog, yesterday, and he said that apparently, and Trey Yingst, our correspondent there in Israel with you, just was talking a little bit about the terrorists from October the 7th. And apparently on a number of the dead terrorist bodies, they found these USB sticks. And on the sticks were instructions on how to use cyanide-based chemical bombs. Apparently the plans go back to al-Qaeda in 2003. But nonetheless, you know, you guys probably had no idea that this level of technology was up against you with cyanide, and we're going to show you the folks a booby-trapped backpack in a second. But these guys would stop at nothing. They were told, this is a suicide mission, do anything you want to because you're not coming back.
Listen, we were not surprised. I mean, we know who we're dealing with. Hamas, ISIS is a true vicious terror organization. Their motivation is really known to us. For us here in Israel, it shows us how important our army, our unity. How do we share the same values with the USA? Values of freedom, of democracy, of optimism, of life. And on the other side, we see how Hamas cherish death and destruction. And I was also hearing here something very, very true. This is not just Israel problem. You know, now it's in Israel, but this is the whole world problem. We need eventually to make sure that evilness in this earth will annihilate it. We have to make sure there is no chance for this terrorist anymore.
Nimrod, Steve was just mentioning that backpack. I think we have pictures of it. It's a pink backpack. It's on the cover of the New York Post here. And inside, it says, evil trap, Hamas terrorists planted bomb in this pink school bag during a massacre in Israel, just to try to get people to pick it up. And then when they did, you know, Hamas hoping it would explode. Are you seeing a lot of this kind of thing?
Look at that.
Yes, definitely. Listen, when we, after being able to win in different combats against Hamas terrorists, we found on their bodies different instructions and objectives. We saw what their objective was, how many people to rape, what to do with them afterwards, to behead the bodies. We're really not surprised from the evilness, from the mastermind, that all they think from morning they wake up to destroy, to kill, to murder innocent Israelis, also Americans, by the way.
Yeah.
And you know, so much money, so much funds are flowing into Gaza for years. Where does all these funds are going to? Why they are not concentrating in building life, in creating opportunities?
You know, Nimrod, you guys have been fighting with Americans for a while. You're with Special Forces with the IDF, but you fought with the Special Forces of the United States government. A lot of Americans aren't familiar with Hamas, but they are familiar with ISIS. And Israel continues to make the point that Hamas is their ISIS. Can you tell our audience what the similarities are between Hamas and ISIS?
Listen, it looks the same. It sounds the same motivation, same methodologies. We even saw Hamas terrorists having ISIS flags with them. The inspiration from ISIS from the last decades, Hamas took it from there. Same inspiration. So guys, this is actually the same. We have to understand this is our true shared fight to freedom, to justice, to democracy.